everyone. Welcome back to another video where we are going to discuss more questions from IIT JAM Economics 2025 paper. So in this video, I will be discussing a very important section of IIT JAM paper, that is MSQ, which is multiple select questions. Now, MSQ is a part where students struggle to find the correct answer because the correct option is not just one, but it can be many. And you do not get marks unless and until you select all the correct options. So if there are three correct options and if you're selecting two, only two, your answer will not be marked even if it is partially correct. So in MSQ, even if there is no negative marking, the importance of choosing the correct option is very high. And while discussing these MSQ questions, I will be teaching you, I will be helping you that how can you choose the correct option, and you can avoid making mistakes of choosing less correct option or choosing more correct option in order to achieve marks. So let's get this video started. And in this video, I will be taking up question number 31. So question number 31 says, which of the following statements describe or describes, because options can be multiple, the relationship between R square and adjusted R square, which is denoted here R square only. So that was given in paper. Now, what is the formula for adjusted R square? That is R bar square is adjusted R square. That is 1 minus R square and the degrees of freedom, which is n minus 1 upon n minus k. Now, what has happened? What is the difference between R square and adjusted R square is that R adjusted R square imposes penalty if you keep on adding more explanatory variables. So you add more explanatory variables, R square will increase, the ESS will improve, but only at the cost of lowering, only at the cost of decrease in degrees of freedom. So it imposes a penalty for that. So eventually what happens is that for all the value, whenever the k is strictly greater than 1, the adjusted R square will be less than or equal to R square. Now, here the question is that if R square is 1, then R square is 1. Here, I would like to tell you one thing. This R square is your simple R square, and the other one, the second one is your adjusted R square. All right. So you can put adjusted R square over here to not let the confusion happen. So they are saying if R square is 1, then adjusted R square is 1. Very simple. You have to choose the correct statements. So correct statement mein, as soon as I'm going to read any statement, I will be just simply writing true and false before I select the correct option. So R square is 1, then adjusted R square is 1. A very simple thing you have to observe here is if R square is 1, so 1 minus R square degrees of freedom. This bracket would be 0 because R square 1 means 1 minus 1 is 0. So this will be 0. So 1 minus 0 will be 1. So this will be a true statement. And even if you don't do it mathematically, just understand theoretically. R square equals to 1 means that the explanatory variables you have taken, they are completely fitting your data. The predicted value, or basically the model fitting, is adequate. It is accurate. So in that case, there is no reason that adjusted R square is going to impose your penalty if your explanatory variables are not irrelevant. Hence, adjusted R square will be also 1. Okay, so I'm putting adjusted R square. Now, if R square is 0, then R square can be negative. Now, if R square is 0, what is going to happen? 1 minus R square will be 1. So 1 into n minus 1, n minus k. This is what I'm going to have 1 minus. For adjusted R square to be negative, I want this bracket to be greater than 1. I want this bracket, that is n minus 1 into n minus k, to be greater than 1. Then only 1 minus this thing will be negative, which means n minus 1 has to be greater than n minus k. Now this is very simple. If you're adding irrelevant variables, so n minus k, or any which way, whenever k is strictly greater than 1, so n minus 1 will always be greater than n minus k. Because from same number, on one side you're subtracting 1, on other side you're subtracting k. K is bigger than 1. So eventually this number will be bigger, and hence this ratio is going to be greater than 1. So 1 means I'm subtracting a bigger number, and hence this is going to become adjusted R square is going to be negative in this case. Theoretically, again, if R square is 0, it means my explanatory variables are not fitting the model right, which clearly means that adjusted R square is going to impose the penalty of adding the wrong variables, and it will become negative. So this is also true. Now, after this, if R square is 1, adjusted R square is 0. Now, how can option A and C be correct together? Because option A says that if it is 1, it is 1. Option C says if R square is 1, it is 0, which is not true. So I will write a false here. Again, if R square is 0, then R square is 1. B and D are also contradicting. So this can also not be true, which means only option A and only option B are true, and hence I will choose them as my correct option. So this question in this question we will be choosing option A and option B. So you have to analyze. You, even if you don't do it with this, if you want to go it in a shortcut manner, you will first analyze that option A and C are contradicting. So either one of them will be correct. Similarly, B and D are contradicting. So either one of them will be correct. So it means two options will be correct at maximum. So this is how, using the smart guesswork technique also, you can rule out the incorrect options and can go with the correct options. If you wish to study this concept in detail in explanatory manner, it is written in front of you. As you can see, solution is A and B. So the details are written here. Whatever I have explained you can definitely give it a read. So that was the solution to question number 31. I hope you will like this video. You will subscribe to our channel because you would like to keep getting all more solutions for IIT JAM 2025, and just revising the questions this way will also help you to brush up your basics, to brush up your concepts discussed in the questions. So I will see you in another video where I will be discussing more MSQ questions from IIT JAM 2025 paper. Thank you for watching the video, and do subscribe to our channel for getting more such videos.